Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you I'm going to do something on the Silverado. It's going to be my first Silverado modification, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Run power, put some power supplies up here by the mirror so you can use a dash cam or radar detector, whatever it is. I'm going to show you how to do that right after this. I'm not there right now. Okay guys, so got this new truck. Let me turn you around. Truck, and I want my dash cam up here, but there's no power supplies up here, and the only power supplies are way down here. So that becomes a problem because I don't want wires draped all over the place. So what I've got is, I think I bought this for my Jeep. I can't remember, or a bike or something. So what I've got is I've got a it is, let me see if you can see that. Let me turn you. So it's a DC, so it's 12 volt in and it's 5 volt 3 amp max out. So because you may want to run something, charge your phone faster or something, but a lot of these things can't run more than 5 volts. I bought it for some reason or other, but basically what I've got is positive, negative. So what I'm going to do is, online you can make there's these little things that you can put on here. You can buy them, and then they have like a little pin like this, and then you take the plug off of something, you test it to see what's hot, and I'll show you this, and then you jam this pin in the back where the wire goes in, so you're piggybacking on it. And you can buy those, but it was $25 or something, $25 to $27. Every time I video, somebody's got, this is the most not busy road in the world, but if I'm videoing, there's a car. Anyway, like $25 or $27 for these little, it's just a wire with 2 pins on it basically, and a plug at the end. This is going to give me 2 USBs, so we're going to try this out. So I made my own, and basically what I did is I took a butt connector, and I shaved one end down just a little bit, and then I took, let me see if I can do this with one hand. And so I took a butt connector, I shaved it down on one end, I jammed this in, and then I just crimped it. I just crimped it down. And then when we get in there, we're gonna, here's some flexible heat shrink. I will cut some flexible, because we may need to reach in farther, but we only need to go, we may need to reach in far, but we only need to go in the pin a little bit. That's why I left it long. And if we need a long reach, we'll take some of this stuff, we'll cut it down so it only comes up to about here. We'll heat shrink it. That way I can get the reach without zapping other stuff. And I'll show you that here in a minute. I've got one more to make, but this is all I gotta do is crimp this. Basically all I do is crimp this, and I got this one right here. So I'm just gonna crimp it, and then I'm going to show you how to get the show you how to get access to that up there, and how to test it, and we'll go from there. Okay guys, so what I've got here is I've got a trim removal tool, and we are going to take it up there and start removing some stuff. So let me turn the camera around. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is going to move this mirror out of the way. We're going to take this little trim removal tool and stick it in this little slot here and try to pop off this piece of plastic. I think it'll pop off. That's my goal anyway. The mirror's in the daggone way. Oh, looks like the whole thing's gonna pop off. Okay, well, I'm gonna get the whole mirror off. It'd be great if there's a way to actually get the mirror off. I know that this piece will pop out. That's what I was trying to actually do. So up here there are some plugs. Oh, there we go. Got that off. Okay, so here's the power to the mirror. So I'm going to try to get this plug off right here, if I can figure it out. I'm going to open up the sunroof and get some air. Somewhere in here there's a way to get this. So my goal here is to take these pins and shove them in the back on something that's live, but I got to figure out what's live first. That's it. I think okay, got that hanging. So right there's a push pin. Push it down. Okay, got the mirror off. Figuring this all out as we go. So now what I need to do is figure out which pin is hot. So I've got a multimeter. Okay guys, so I've got my meter here. Got my meter, and I got my meter right there. So I found them. So I got the positive and the negative right there. Got 12 volts. And when I turn the truck off, I have nothing. Turn the truck off, I have nothing. So that's what I'm going to use. So what I'm using is the black wire is the ground, or not the black wire. It's like a black with a white stripe right there. It's the far left one, and then there's like a purple and a gray right there. So it's the second one in from the left, or from the right, and then the one all the way to the left. So that's what I'm going to do. So now what I need to figure out is how much of this I need to jam in there. And I only need about that much jammed in there. So the next thing I'm going to do is heat shrink some stuff. And what did I do with all that? I'll be right back with that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pins right here, and I need a little bit stuck out like that. So I'm going to this is the ground, so I need a little bit more sticking out. So I'm going to cut a little bit of this. This is heat shrink right here. I don't want too much. Let me see if that'll work. So I need to be able to get in and around there. We'll keep this out of the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut a lot of this off right here. I'm going to cut this in half. Okay, and then I'm going to cut the heat shrink accordingly to give me enough right there. I'm going to slip the heat shrink over. It's only got that much showing out, and I've got a little torch right here, and I'm going to take the cap off, possibly. We're going to heat shrink that down. I'm going to do the same thing with the red one. So I want about the same amount of lead on that. I'm actually using a piece of coaxial, the inner piece of a coaxial cable, and then I'm going to take the red heat shrink. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get me maybe a little bit less. I'm going to slip the red over there like that. Okay, I'm going to heat this up. the torch. And this is the reason behind that is so that when they're in there they don't touch, because this part will be jammed in there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jam the red in. And then the black end. They're jammed in there. So we're actually going to go ahead and test this. So I've got USB. I'm going to take my phone wherever I put it. Eli, hey! What the hell did I do with my phone? Oh, here's my phone. I'm going to take my phone. I'm going to turn my phone on. I'll plug my phone in. And right now my phone is not charging. My phone is not charging when I turn this on. I was hoping to get a charge. No charge. What the hell? Okay guys, so I took the pins and I just sanded it down on some sandpaper, and I got it in there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hook this back up. I'm going to tape it up, but I want to see how this is going to lay in there. That's actually like there, and I've got my phone. My phone is charging, so it's working. I've got, it must be powered to it, but I just can't see it. Okay, so that's working. So what I'm going to do now is I'll let that dangle for a second. I'm going to take some tape just to kind of secure it. Coming loose driving or as I jiggle it around here in a second. Just trying to secure it from coming loose in transit or as I put it back together. Okay, so now I gotta figure out how the hell this thing went back in there. We're in there now, so now I'm going to turn the key back on. Phone's charging. Phone is charging, so we know we're good there. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect this, take this out, roll this around. I'll go ahead and put this screw that holds the mirror back in. Okay, now I'm going to just take this piece. I know that this has to kind of loop around. Let's see. Let me take this out like this. So it comes up in here like that. That's going to snap back in there. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead. I'm going to take this and just put this up here by the camera. Pull these wires up, kind of like that. Just going to put it back together. I don't know. Okay, there's like little. So there's like little teeth right there, little hooks. They're gonna hook on here. So put this back in here like that. matter of snapping it back in place like that. And then I've got this piece. There we go. Okay, so we got that up there. I got these wires right here, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to go ahead and cross them over one more time like that. Cross this one over like that so they don't really hang down. Move my mirror around, and then I've got a real short cable. Okay guys, so I got a cable. I need a shorter one. I need one that's about 6 inches long, so I can just not even that 3 inches long. And I will get one on Amazon here in a minute. But basically, a little 90-degree because of the windshield slope. I can't put a full one in there. And then, so basically, I can, for the meantime, I'm gonna wrap this around there just to sort of hide it. And then I've got a plug right there. So when I turn my key on, let me take you over here. So when I turn my key on, when I put my key in, I turn this on and my drive cam is gonna come on in a second. There's my drive cam, and I got a drive cam. So once I get the right little cable, this is very well hidden, and I could actually pull that cable right out the back there if I wanted to, but it's fine. You really can't see it. What it is better than, it's better than, like I got the camera plugged in right now, it's better than having a cable come up here. So I've got a little sticky pad, one of those little sticky pads that don't move around, coming for a phone holder. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna just plug this one into that if I need to charge the phone, because that, it won't be Android Auto, but it's okay, because I don't really care. But it will allow me to just have a short cable running down here. I already got my cross in the way, so, but it's not covering my dash right there. So I think this is a good win, and my camera is always running when I turn my key off. Actually, let me see. Yeah, when I turn my camera key off, it goes away. So it's pretty good. I think it's gonna work. It got hot. I had to take my shirt off. Thanks guys for checking this out. This is my very first mod on my new Silverado. The Gladiator's gone. Things had to go. We still got the Jeep we're going to work on, but I had to get this done because I can't stand cables all over the place. So the other thing I was thinking about doing for Android Auto is routing a cable up here and coming out of the top. If I could pull this off and then routing it, plug it in here and route it around. I could probably just jam it in there, to be honest, but I don't know. I'll see. I don't want to mess up my pretty dash. But anyway, thanks for checking me out. Please check me out on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. As always, guys, I appreciate it. Peace out. Okay, guys, so it's really hot. It's a few months later, and I just wanted to give you an update on this contraption I've got here. It's been working fine. It's been working perfectly. Let me flip you around here and show you what I did. So it's been working fine. This thing, every once in a while this thing pops off, and it's only because I haven't taken the time to stick it back up there properly, but it's working good. I actually found I made this myself. This was like you can buy a MagSafe charger that does this, but it's like $100. So I found one for 15, took the MagSafe thing apart, glued it to the back. I've got this cable going up there, so I can just slap my phone up here and it charges. Like the one cable's coming down, but my phone's big, so it hides it so you can't see it. Still got this tied in, so both of those are tied into that double plug. And then down here, what I did, because I prefer to use Android. I have both phones, but I prefer Android. And I prefer Android Auto. So I bought a Motorola wireless Android Auto from Best Buy. It was on sale for like 60 bucks or something. So that plugs into the USB right there, and all I gotta do is start the vehicle up. And I haven't started up yet because it's going to connect, start playing music over my video. So I didn't do that, but the camera's working good. This is working good. I've had 0 issues with this, and it's just fantastic. So give it a try. Really worked out good for me. It'll work out good for you. I have faith you can do it. It's been a lot of, it's been a long few months. I've had the truck now for like 6 months. I've done a lot of stuff to it. I've been kind of behind on videos because everything going on in my personal life, but I'm trying to get back into it. Got a lot of stuff coming. Keep watching. Really appreciate it. That's it. See you later.
So just to give you another indication, so this is the stuff up here because I have the camera and all this, but there's the plug, and there is the wires coming out, and I've wrapped it around here, and basically I just jammed this box up in here, and you could find a better way to do it than I did, but I just put the box up in there and put the cover back on, and it's all good to go. It's been working great.